We might as well just cancel this series now, guys. All sense of realism has been lost. Xerxes scored a hat-trick. Only kidding. Hello and welcome back to my FC25 Manager Career Series, and today we are just going to crack on with the two remaining games in December as we continue to try and turn Southampton's season around. So firstly, we welcome along West Ham to St Mary's Stadium, and apparently we have the upper hand in this one, and if we do, then someone's misplaced it somewhere because I'm looking up and I can't see any hands. Anyway, as I said in the last episode, the probable lineup is usually completely different to the team that actually plays, and already it's pretty obvious that it's going to be wrong. Wan-Bissaka at centre back, Emerson at defensive mid, Bowen in midfield, it's just a mess, but whatever team they do put out, at least one thing we do know is that they will be utilising their wide players as their tactical preset is wing play. Our pre-match training session will be stop the ball again, as we're still working on having a more solid defence before we start looking to improve our attack. One change to the starting lineup. Aribo obviously got injured last time out against Fulham, so in comes Ugochukwu as his replacement from the start, while Smallbone gets his seat on the bench. Ugochukwu is a slightly more defensive midfielder than Aribo, so with the change in personnel comes a tactical change as well. We had Aribo playing as a half winger, however Ugochukwu will just play as a holding midfielder, but because of that, Fernandes now has more of a licence to get forward as he'll be playing a box-to-box type of role, while we have also changed Walker-Peters' role slightly as well. He was set as a false back, but since Ugochukwu will be playing deeper and more central, we're allowing Walker-Peters to be a bit more attacking, so he'll be deployed as a more traditional wing back. So let's see how we get on.
What a game we have in store for you today. The hype has been building all week and we're just moments from kickoff. All the action coming live.
And a warm welcome to you from Southampton, where we're at the wonderful St Mary's Stadium. I'm Guy Mowbray, and alongside me for commentary is Sue Smith. And we've got live Premier League action for you today. It's Southampton and they face West Ham United.
Cheers, Guy. I think it's so important that both teams start on the front foot, take the game to the opposition, and an early goal would certainly settle any nerves.
Oh, good defending, just when it was looking threatening. Danny Ings. Soler. Went for it. Onuachu. Making decent progress here. Onuachu. Having a look. Oh, great block. Now there might be a chance as they keep it moving. But able to deal with the danger decisively. Well defended. Paul Ebere Onuachu. News of a penalty in another game.
Yes, it was Chelsea that were awarded the penalty. The power on the strike, it flew in the top corner. It's now 1-0 with 30 minutes played.
Nice one, Alex, thank you. And that's moving it forward with purpose, something on maybe. And stopped in their tracks with a change in possession. Onuachu. Onuachu. Well, that's as easy as it gets for a goalkeeper.
Well, this hasn't been a classic. Both sides haven't created much. The play's all been very safe. It's been sidewards and backwards. I want to see a bit more bravery, especially when they go forwards.
To take the lead. It's missed the target.
You see the ref had clocked the foul and was always going to go back to it. It's good officiating that.
This is a good run. Now, can he pick out the right option? And not a lot of respect for fair play there. There still could be something happening here. And the move has come to an end. The counter looks on here. Options available. Able to skip past his man. And the first 45 minutes have come and gone here at St Mary's.
Sue said in commentary that it hasn't been a classic, and she's probably right. There hasn't been many chances at all, but I have actually been pretty happy with the performance. Walker-Peters has been much better this game. He's handled Somerville very well. Corney's been pretty good too. He's showed good strength to hold off his defender a couple times. But now that I think about it, I'm not sure he should be playing because West Ham are his parent club, but oh well. We'll just pretend it was agreed that he was allowed to play. But anyway, more of the same in the second half wouldn't be bad for us, and then maybe we can push for a winner.
Well, it's even Steven after an entertaining first half. Will we get a winner in the second 45? Ings. Nicely sets it up. Soler. We'll have a go here. Oh, well saved. That was a really good chance. Socek takes it on. Oh, it was well worth a go. Having a look, trying to place it inside the post. There could be trouble now. And that's a great bit of goalkeeping. Corner kick played in, and he didn't meet that as he might have. It's routine for the goalkeeper. Oh, superb save. Ben Brereton Diaz. Promising position this. What a chance! And they've scored! The first goal of a tight game.
Can see it again, and he just hits this so sweetly. You knew as soon as he connected with it that this was going in.
They could level it here. And that is a quality bit of goalkeeping. Moving the ball forward. What can they do with this? He takes it on. That clock can't go fast enough for them.
Yeah, you'd say that marginally they've been the...
Sorry, Sue. Chance here. And a real sense of urgency here. Could they equalise from this? Soler went for it. And it wasn't a bad try. Oh, good defending, just when it was looking threatening. There is the final whistle. Plenty of positives for them to take away, not least the 3 points, Sue.
Yeah, it was a real competitive match. Both teams creating opportunities, but I think on the balance of play, they deserved the result.
Well, as we know, he can be a real handful, and he's certainly been that today.
Yeah, a real solid performance from him. Crucial goal, but always working hard on and off the ball. He'll be happy with the win, I'm sure.
Wow, that was tough. West Ham started the second half so much better. It was almost like wave after wave of attack from them. We did eventually get out for like a few minutes, but then it's like they got a second wind. Fulkrug had a few really good chances, and on another day probably would have scored, but a little bit of luck goes a long way. I took Fernandes and Corney off just for being tired again, but the replacements were actually vital to the winning goal. Brereton and Diaz kind of kick-started the counter-attack, releasing Manning down the wing, and then he gave it to Lallana, who gets the assist for the first goal in the Wilson era. Onuachu with the goal, of course. But the game wasn't over yet. West Ham just kept coming, and our defence did really well. Thankfully, whenever the Hammers did get through, Ramsdale, as our last line of defence, was a brick wall. So a massive 3 points, and perhaps a turning point in our season. A bit of a mixed bag elsewhere. Everton, Ipswich and Leicester all lost, so we have closed the gap to them a little bit, but Wolves did just get a big 1-0 win over Man United, so we are still 5 points behind anyone. If we were to catch the two teams above us, which are Wolves and Ipswich, both on 13 points, we would still be in the bottom 3, so we should probably look a bit higher up the table, maybe at the likes of Palace, even though they did just get a win to possibly start pulling themselves away from the relegation pack, but it's a target at least. They're in 15th place, 3 points ahead of Everton in 16th, but they have now got a 6-point cushion between them and the bottom 3, so they'll be hoping to maintain or even better that in their next match at home to, you guessed it, it's us, the mighty Southampton. Someone at The Athletic seems to think we shouldn't be underestimated, so thanks guy, or gal, or person, or alien? Clark Kent? Anyway, the probable Palace lineup is also a mess. Gahey certainly won't be playing right mid or even a wing back, nor will Munoz be at centre back. Lerma and Mitchell have traded places for some reason, as have Eze and Mateta, but whatever. Just like West Ham though, they are a wing play team, so hopefully we can have similar success. The pre-match training session, you know the drill, stop the wall. But you may have noticed a particular bald head there, and that is because we are giving Smallbone a start ahead of Ugochukwu. Simply because there was a quick turnaround between games and Ugochukwu is still feeling the fatigue quite a bit more than the rest of the players. Cornet hasn't recovered quite as well either, so we're going to give Brereton Diaz a chance to show what he can do. Brereton Diaz will happily fulfil the winger role, but there will be a slight tweak to the midfield roles. We're giving the holding role back to Fernandes, as Smallbone is more comfortable playing the half-winger role, so with that, Walker-Peters returns to the false-back assignment. So, after our first win against West Ham, let's see if we can get another good result, away to Palace, and start building some momentum.
Two sides ready to give it their all in what promises to be 90 minutes of end-to-end football. Stay with us for every kick of the ball.
A warm welcome to the South London stronghold that is Selhurst Park. Guy Mowbray with you for commentary, delighted to be joined by Sue Smith. And we've got action from the Premier League here today. It's Crystal Palace, and they face Southampton.
Cheers, Guy. I think it's so important that both teams start on the front foot, take the game to the opposition, and an early goal would certainly settle any nerves.
In the right position to cut out the pass. Lovely, incisive ball. Real opportunity. Scott can tell us about it.
Well, it was Spurs that were awarded the penalty. It struck the bar and it went in.
Kamada! And it's a decent stop by the goalkeeper. And here it comes. What a chance! And it's hit the post and gone wide. Well, a positive result for Southampton in their last game against West Ham. How do you think they'll fare today?
Yeah, 1-0. It was a really
Well,
tight
maybe
game.
something happening here. He had a free run, but couldn't find the finish. A move of real promise now. Oh, they were getting interested there, but not anymore. Still level, but this attack could see that changing. Jefferson Lerma. Oh, superb save. Could be a chance to break here. It's a really good break, this. Plenty of room here. And it's not far away. It deserved a goal.
It did, and he makes it look so easy, and it's not. It's a great technique. Catches it nice, but he just can't quite find the target.
He's done well to get past his marker to take the lead. And the keeper more than equal to it.
Palace have kept the ball well in the last 15 minutes. The way they've progressed the ball up the field with good movement, quality passes, the opposition just can't live with them. They just need that goal now.
The ball taken away from them. Getting a bit congested in the middle of the park. Genuine chance. Oh, it's in, and that's almost criminal. 1-0 to the team that's been second best all day.
It's a really good goal.
And Ketia. Could be a chance.
We gave the ball away pretty much straight from kick-off, so we invited the pressure on almost immediately, but our defence held firm. A few too many loose passes probably prevented us from getting a handle on the game to begin with, but as the half went on we kind of grew into the game. Palace came close a couple of times and Ketia hitting the post on one occasion, but they just couldn't make their dominance count. Bertrand Diaz, who was probably one of our better players, was trying to make things happen and set up Onuachu for a great chance to score on the volley, but he just couldn't take it, hitting it wide of the post. Onuachu didn't have to wait too much longer for his goal though, as he managed to get onto the end of a defensive header forward and skip past Gahey before driving forward and slotting it into the bottom corner, as the other defenders couldn't decide whose responsibility it was to close Onuachu down. 1-0 at the half, and this feels like another game we can win, but a big effort is needed in the second half.
And so the second half kicks off. Brereton Diaz. Now there might be a chance as they keep it moving. And Ketia. Oh, a great chance. Amazing. Had to score but didn't. And the Premier League continues with another offering soon for you on EA TV as Palace face Chelsea. Another one for your viewing diary.
Yeah, should be a good game. That's some top quality.
Onuachu. This could be threatening. Trying his luck. The goalkeeper ready for it. Lerma. Could be something on. Oh, excellent work from the keeper. Over it comes. Chalobah. Well, not a million miles away. Chalobah. And it's on now. Saved but not cleared. It's in now, and you can see immediately from the goalkeeper's reaction. And Ketia, in behind, can he finish? It's there, and into the lead they go. Well, an exciting climax to an exciting game. But is there enough time left for a response? Here it comes. It's only halfway clear. And that should do it. A 2-goal cushion to rest on until the end.
Well, here's the replay, and it's a good finish, but you've got to praise the pressing from the front. It's relentless, and once they nicked the ball, they weren't going to miss from there.
Brereton Diaz. Picked out nicely. Eddie Nketiah. Oh, good ball in behind. And the ball is claimed. Secure goalkeeping there. Promising looking attack, but it's come to nothing. Good work to beat the challenge. And that brings an end to the match. With disappointment felt in the away end, it's 3 points dropped.
I don't really know how that game got away from us. We got forward at times, but our decision making in the final third was pretty poor, so we didn't really have many proper chances. Which is annoying, but as long as we stay solid at the back, then maybe we can get the win. But then they scored their first goal, and it basically came from an open goal rebound, which is frustrating, but you take it on the chin and you go again. It's not like we defended poorly, they just got lucky, so if we're not going to score, then at least we can grind out the draw. And then one moment of poor defending letting Ketty through, but you've still got Ramsdale there, so you think, well, he's going to have to put it right in the corner if he wants to score. Nope. He puts it pretty central and Ramsdale basically ducks underneath it as we find ourselves a goal down. So we decide to try something different to push for the equaliser, and it has potential but still no real chances created, so it seems like it's just one of those days. And then the third goal is just a great finish, but it probably could have been prevented, even though ultimately it wouldn't have mattered. We weren't going to get the equaliser. Ramsdale has been pretty good for us, but he lost us that game in my opinion. Obviously the match facts tell a completely different story, but that's besides the point. Alas, there is no time to dwell. Onward we go into the new year. Happy New Year everyone, and that only means one thing: the transfer window is now open, and we've already received an offer. Hearts want Tyler Dibbling, and while it does kind of make sense in game since he is only rated 66, there is absolutely no chance we're letting him go to Hearts, so they can keep their 2 million and maybe try signing someone a bit more realistic. I'm sure I heard earlier on in the season that Spurs or a team like that were kind of interested in signing Dibbling, so if we were to get an offer from a much bigger club, then we would probably have to consider it, but from a team like Hearts, no chance. As for incomings, we are still waiting on full scout reports coming back before we start to really consider anybody, and I did a bit more investigating in regards to the Championship and noticed that Middlesbrough had actually conceded the least amount of goals, so I figured I should probably look at some of their centre backs as well. But all my scouts were busy, so I decided to hire another one, because I kind of wanted another one anyway to send elsewhere, but he'll have to wait and do that after he looks at a couple of Borough's players. So I signed Taufan Riwoot from Indonesia, because he's got 5-star judgment, and scouts with better judgment find higher quality players. So until then, he will be looking at Dale Fry, the 27-year-old, Rav van den Berg, who's only 20, so he could be a potential star of the future, and then Matt Clark I wasn't exactly sure about, but he has only got 5 months left of his contract, so even if we were to pick him up on a pre-contract, pick him up for free in the summer, that would be cool. George Edmondson is on loan from Ipswich, so not much point scouting him, and then Lenihan is 30, so not exactly a long-term solution. But still, we must wait, so until then, let's get on with the final game for today, and that is at home to Brentford. Their team doesn't look quite as crazy as others have, but they have got plenty of injuries to deal with, so I do not envy Thomas Frank right now. As for their tactical play, they'll be using the wings quite a bit with their wing play preset, so if we can just keep them out wide, not let them inside, then that'd be great. Same training drill again, and then a return to the lineup that brought success against West Ham. So Smallbone and Brereton Diaz drop out again, while Ugachukwu and Cornet come back in. Let's get into the action.
The atmosphere is building as two sides worthy of the biggest stage get ready to clash in front of a packed stadium. All the action here on EA TV.
Thanks for joining us at St Mary's Stadium, not far from Southampton's famous docks. I'm Guy Mowbray to bring you commentary along with the former England forward Sue Smith. And we've got action from the Premier League here today. It's Southampton and they play Brentford.
Thanks, Guy. Well, being in and around the ground before kick-off, the fans are buzzing. They can't wait for this game, so hopefully it's a fast-paced, entertaining match.
Could be something on. And a great stop to turn the ball away.
Yeah, frustrating for the away fans, losing 3-1. They'll be certainly looking for a much improved performance today, but it's going to be difficult for them.
Unsurprising who we've singled out as our player to watch. What should we expect today, Sue?
Yeah, he's scored a fair few goals this season. He's certainly one of their danger men.
Possession a key part of the game. Right now, no part of this game. Played through nicely. Just needs the composure now. A good spell. Looking for that all-important next goal. This for the lead. Going for the blast. Brian Mbeumo. Very, very close. Maxwell Cornet. Decent chance this. And that is a quality bit of goalkeeping. Maxwell Cornet. Promising looking ball. What can they do from here? And that's more than comfortable for the man in goal.
So it was a bit of a frustrating first half. We kind of had a slow start where we played a few too many loose balls for my liking, but we definitely got a handle on that as we grew into the game. We very nearly conceded an early goal, but Ramsdale made himself big and made an incredible save from point blank range, and I was just left thinking, where was that against Crystal Palace? Anyway, there was a couple of other hairy moments, but on the whole I think we defended pretty well. We just edged it on possession and it was 4 shots each, so it is quite an even game so far. But if we had just a bit more quality in possession, we could maybe create a proper chance, because most of our chances so far have been more like half chances. So again, just a bit more quality and then this game could be there for the taking.
And the game restarts. And it's not the best of clearances. What a chance! Brilliant! Great save!
What a stop was it from the keeper?
They take it short. A different angle of attack. Only half the job done there. Oh, worth a shot. No problem at all in keeping that one out. Keeping it nicely, waiting for the chance to get themselves in front. They'll have a go here. And there won't be any rebounds there. Good vision. The keeper quick to get across and make the save. Corner kick played in. And in a crowded area, the keeper's done well to hold on to that. Armel Belakocha. And the forward progress continues with a good ball. This for the lead. And the first blow is delivered. 1-0.
The replay, and there's nothing the keeper can do, to be honest. Completely exposed 2-on-1, and all he has to do is lay it off for the tap-in. It's far too easy.
Players waiting in the centre. Decent chance, this. They're just looking now for that final pass through. Walker-Peters. Oh, so close. We're nearly talking about a wonder goal. A move of real promise now. Good patient build-up, but not quite the end product. Knocking it around nicely, waiting for that chance to pull clear. And that's not properly away yet. Having a look. The goalkeeper does what he's there to do. Wissa. Over. Promising position, this. The danger averted for now.
Yeah, it was a close game, lots of energy from both sides, quite evenly matched, weren't they? But I think they deserved the result overall.
That was a pretty tough game again, but we come away with all the points, so absolutely no complaints whatsoever. They came very close to an early opener in that second half as well, and probably only didn't because of the tight angle that Mbeumo took the shot from. But Mbeumo was their main threat all game, as you'd probably expect, really. Just like in the first half, aside from a couple of hairy moments, I thought we defended really well. Belakocha especially was like a brick wall this game, so very happy with the performance. Walker-Peters is definitely a better wing back than he is a false back, but his final ball could still be a bit better, so we'll see how we get on with him as the games go on. The goal was a bit strange in that it seemed like the Brentford defence just gave up. Cornet must have been very close to being offside, but I'd still expect the defence to play to the whistle. But anyway, when such a simple sweaty goal presents itself, you have to take it. So Onuachu scored his third goal in as many games to give us this massive victory. It may have taken more than half of the season, but we finally reached double digits. Fellow strugglers Ipswich and Wolves both lost, so we've closed the gap to them to just 2 points. However, 17th placed Leicester got a massive win away to Aston Villa, so we are still effectively 8 points from safety. 20 games down, 18 to go, that's another 54 points to play for. Now, obviously we're not going to win every game, but neither are, well, anyone else really, but especially not the bottom 6. After 4 league games in charge, we've won 2 and lost 2, so even if we managed 27 points, which is half of 54, then we'd be in with a great chance of surviving. Before I took over, Southampton had only won a single game in the league, and that was after 16 games. 4 games later, and their wins have trebled. One thing we can say is that even if we do go down, we're not going down without a fight. That's about it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.